Do you know that time when someone you know says they might not be able to do something and then they go ahead and surprise you anyway? Well, this is one such time. Hello and welcome. This is going to be my unwrapping and first look at the Codex Heretic Astartes Deathguard. Before I start, I'd like to say a huge thank you to every one of you that have subscribed to the channel, that watch the videos, that continue to watch them, that leave the comments, that share them, the Patreons, you know who you are. Thank you so much. It really means a lot to me that you're here. If you've been here from the very start of the channel, 5 years ago now almost, to those people that are new subscribers over the past couple of months, I just want to say a huge thank you. I will never do a channel where you have to pay for content. I'll never lock away any content. It will always be free. Once again, I'm quite active on Instagram. If you want to follow me on that, then you'll get even more content, more photos of new releases, works in progress. And finally, I do have a Patreon, but it's there if you just want to leave what you can. I mean, this channel's now, it's almost breaching 1,000 videos, which is just astronomical. I started Warhammer 40,000 videos about 4 years ago, almost a year into the channel back then, just as a little bit of videos to show you my works in progress and to share some new releases. But I never realised that I'd be releasing a video, minimum video, every single week and more, and covering White Dwarfs and new releases and everything like that. So I'm very humbled, and I just want to say thank you. Enough of the gushing. Speaking of gushing, here we go. Here's the Deathguard Codex. So yes, all I want to say, it's not really a secret, but all I want to say is keep your eyes peeled, keep close to this channel over the next few weeks, and you will be rewarded with content, is what I want to say. But yeah, it could not have been possible without, without me. To start off with. If you want something, just work hard. I've been doing an awful lot of overtime, and I'm in a position where I can get a few things and try and cover this release. So yeah, stay tuned to the channel. So this is Deathguard Codex. It's £25 from Games Workshop. I didn't get this for free. Games Workshop didn't send me it to review. This is all my honest, open opinion, which is great. I'm pleased I can give you that. And I had a little look at it in the shop today when I was there, and it looked very interesting. I do like the, I'm not a big Chaos fan, truth be told. I'm more Imperial. You've seen my ridiculous Imperial army. But there's just something about Nurgle and the models. These sort of draw me to this army. I just like the look of this army. And that might be a bit gross, actually, saying that, because it's got flies, it's got pestilence, it's got tentacles, and it's got all the gore and stuff, and but the way I view it is it's very creative in its source material, and it's forever changing in a way. It's decaying, it's rot, it sort of covers life after life, if that makes sense. And this army, this Deathguard, this Force of Nurgle, whatever, they speak to me a bit more than the sort of Tzeentch armies, the Khorne armies, and the Slaanesh armies. Well, I do like a bit of Slaanesh, but anyway. So I've started this this journey. Hopefully you'll join me for the journey. So this is my first real proper look at the Codex. So it gives you a little background, Wages of the Heresy, the Plague Planet, this ridiculous ship, the flagship for Mortarion, and then the Legion organisation. It's alright, I'm not going to collect massive huge Legion army or anything like that. It's just going to be an army probably consisting of one of each of the units, but you've got them broken up, even more broken up. I mean, it's pretty, let's just call it 50 Shades of Green, shall we? And then you've got the map, the ever-unfolding map of the Imperium, the Milky Way galaxy, and this Cicatrix Maledictum, which is this huge rift in the warp where all forms of chaos are spewing out, and good old Gilliman is trying to put out fires. Oh yeah, if you haven't already, get yourself a hot beverage. This is quite appropriate. Oh, and something with a bit of yeah, something with a bit softer, soft gooey inside as well. And join me as I have a look at this codex. Look at him. He loves it. He hasn't got a hand anymore. Or a face. Well, he's got a mouth and a tongue and sharp teeth, but it doesn't look like he's got any eyes. But he's happy because he's got his bell. Yeah, really nice artwork. Look at him. Little chubby nurgling. They're all quite chubby, aren't they? Or bloated. Oh, just fantastic artwork in this. Look at him. Just releasing a load of flies and good old typhus. I mean, that's pretty grimdark. I mean, yeah, the model doesn't look as grimdark as that, but yeah, stay tuned for that one. So Lord of Contagion, Deathguard Sorcerers, Noxious Blightbringers. That looks great. All these lights on his sort of plasma. And then this Foul Blightspawn is definitely a firefighter with this sort of slime. It just sort of reminds me of sliming people. Biologists Putrefiers, Plague Surgeons, and Tallymen. Everything has to be 7. The number 7, everything has to add up to 7. That's their sort of, say, lucky number. And already there's growths coming out of these, are they Tempestus Scions? I can't remember. Death Shroud Terminators are huge. They look great. Chaos Cultists, Potswalkers, or The Walking Dead, you might call them. Some battle tanks. Covers Rhinos, Predators, Land Raiders. Hellbrutes, Possessed, Defilers, Myphitic Blight Maulers, the little jumping spider tanks that look great. Really like the look of them. Voted Bloat Drones, Plague Burst Crawlers. They're up for pre-order on Saturday, along with the Bloat Drones. The Plague Bearers themselves, the Nurglings, Beasts of Nurgle, Plague Drones. And there we go, and then we get some pictures of some of the models. So these were in the Dark Imperium set, the Lord of Contagion, which is a huge model, Noxious Blightbringer and a Playcaster. And you got Mortarion there, and a Bloat Drone, and a Plague Burst Crawler, some Death Shroud, Typhus there. There we go. So the Tallyman, the Surgeon. Just the Terminators, Typhus. Typhus looks bigger than the Terminators. The base certainly does. Mortarion. I think it's a really great model. I don't think the paint scheme works. I mean, it's vibrant, to put it one way, because it's got a lot of blues and whites and purples and greens and, you know, brass colours and metallic colours. There's some Death Shroud Terminators with the weapons, the Man Reapers, I think they're called. Here you go. So you've got some crawlers and some normal Plague Marines. The Icon of Despair there, just like this sort of double-handed axe, great axe, and then a Champion with this little Nurgling with the helmet. I mean, you could put him on any base. And then you've got a Blightspawn and a Putrefier. And different sort of paint schemes that they've used. Some Bloat Drones, and a little example of the army lists, I suppose. And another example of like a host of Nurgle. Lords of the Plague Planet, War Gear lists. And then we're into the data sheets themselves. Straight away in HQ you've got a Demon Prince of Nurgle, one of these guys. You've got Typhus, a Lord of Contagion. And in the review of this codex I'll go through each one of the units in detail. So you've got Typhus, Lord of Contagion, Chaos Lord in Terminator armour, Sorcerer in Terminator armour, Malignant Playcaster, and that's all your HQs. Then you've got Plague Marines for troops, Chaos Cultists, Poxwalkers, Plague Bearers and Nurglings. So that is a hefty amount of troop choices there. Hefty. Quite a lot of variation. Elites. Noxious Blightbringer, Foul Blightspawn, Biologist Putrefier, Plague Surgeon, a Tallyman, the Death Shroud Terminators, the Blightlord Terminators, the Hell Brute, the Beast of Nurgle, Possessed, and that's it. So you've got a very bloated elite section. Fast attack. There's quite a few fast attack. You've got these Voted Bloat Drones, the Mythitic Blight Haulers, the little spider type tanks, Chaos Spawn, and Plague Drones. Heavy support, you've got a Chaos Land Raider, the Plague Burst Crawler, which has got a lot of wounds and high toughness. Then you've got the Defiler, Predator, Rhino. Sounds like we've got a Seagull coming in. And finally, for the Lord of War, we've got Mortarion at power level 24. Huge amount of wounds, 18 wounds, save of 3+. I think it's fantastic, really, the time that we're living in this hobby, in Warhammer 40,000 as well, that we've now got Primarchs in mainstream codexes. I remember Primarchs when they were just sort of thing of legend. You heard a little bit about them. But now they're real models, huge models, expensive models, worth it models, with a lot of detail and a huge amount of rules as well to go with them, do them justice. And then Gifts of the Plague God, including all the ranged weapons and their profiles, and the melee weapons. A little bit of a diorama against the new Primaris Space Marines. They've even put like a little symbol on this Imperial statue. That's pretty cool. Signs of Mortarion. So you find the rules for the Battleforged armies, all the Warlord traits, the stratagems, Relics of Decay. There's a Plague Skull of Glothyla and a Plague Bringer type knife. Contagion, Discipline, Psychic Powers, I think, and then the points values, and then the tactical objectives. So quite a straightforward codex. It will set you back 104. Be good if it was 107. 104 pages. So it's an okay size. It's everything that you'd need, I think. I think it covers everything. 107 pages. Obviously, it's nowhere near as thick as like the Primaris codex, but I don't think they've ever had a specific Deathguard or sort of Nurgle codex before for Warhammer 40,000. So you've got a specific Thousand Suns one, a specific Deathguard. Will we get a specific Khorne and a specific Slaanesh? Don't know about the Slaanesh, but yeah, there you go. So that's my first look and sort of initial impressions of the Deathguard codex. Pleased to bring you this video. If there's anything that you want to see in this new range, please do put it in the comments below and I'll try my hardest. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.